These stories are not just urban legends or tales from horror movies. They really happened. The scariest part? The people involved never saw it coming. 1. The silent intruder. Sarah had always considered herself an independent woman. She had moved into her small one-bedroom apartment in the city a few months ago and was loving her new place. It was affordable, close to work, and, most importantly, felt safe. But small things started to make her uneasy. Some nights, as she lay in bed, she thought she heard faint shuffling sounds. Once or twice, she convinced herself that she had closed her bedroom door before going to sleep, only to find it slightly open in the morning. She chalked it up to forgetfulness. Then there were the other things, subtle but unsettling. She'd wake up to find that food was missing from her fridge, even though she was sure she hadn't eaten it. A few times, she noticed her phone charger had been moved, or her closet door wasn't closed all the way. One night, after a long day at work, she settled in on her couch, watching a movie in the dim light of the TV. Her eyelids were getting heavy when something caught her attention in the screen's reflection. Behind her, in the hallway leading to her bedroom, her closet door was open. Her heart dropped. Hadn't she closed it earlier? A cold wave of dread washed over her. She reached for the remote, pausing the movie. Silence, the air in the apartment felt thick, suffocating. Slowly, cautiously, she stood up. Her bare feet felt cold against the wooden floor as she stepped toward the closet. Every part of her body was screaming, "Don't open it," but she had to be sure. Her fingers brushed against the door handle. Then it happened. Before she could react, the door burst open, and out of the darkness a man lunged forward. He was thin, gaunt, and filthy, his clothes wrinkled and stained. His face was pale, hollow-cheeked, his eyes wild and sunken. He bolted past her, nearly knocking her over, and sprinted out of the apartment, disappearing down the hallway. Sarah stood there, her body frozen in terror. Her breath came in sharp gasps, her heart slamming against her ribs. When the police arrived, they searched the apartment thoroughly. That's when they made a horrifying discovery. The man had been living in a crawlspace above her closet. Inside, they found a thin, tattered blanket, half-eaten food, and even several candles melted down to stubs. He had been there for weeks, sneaking out at night to watch Sarah sleep, slipping into the kitchen to steal food, and hiding the moment she stirred. She had never been alone. The worst part? The police never found him. 2. The 911 call from the past. It was just after midnight when the 911 dispatch center received a call. A woman's voice, shaky, terrified, came through the line. ***, please, help me. Someone's trying to break into my house, ***. The dispatcher, a seasoned worker, immediately went into protocol. "Stay calm, ma'am. What's your address?" She rattled off an address so quickly that he had to ask her to repeat it. "Okay, officers are on their way. Can you describe the person?" ***, I don't know, the woman's voice cut off for a moment, then came back, whispering now. "He's at the window." The dispatcher felt a chill creep up his spine. He could hear heavy breathing on the other end. Then, ***, a sudden loud crash ***. "Ma'am." The line went dead. Police arrived minutes later. They checked the house. But no one was there. The property was abandoned, had been for years. The windows were boarded up, the walls cracked and covered in graffiti. There was no sign of forced entry. The officers radioed back, ***, there's nobody here. This house has been empty for a long time ***. Confused, the dispatcher double-checked the address. And that's when his stomach dropped. The address was from an unsolved murder case, 20 years ago. A woman had been found dead in that house after calling 911. She had pleaded for help, claiming someone was trying to break in. By the time officers arrived, it was too late. Her killer was never caught. But the call? It had just happened. And worse, the number it came from. It had been disconnected for 2 decades. 3. The babysitter's nightmare. Lisa was a college student who babysat frequently for extra money. That night, she was watching over a 2-year-old boy while his parents were out for the evening. The house was warm, quiet, and peaceful. After putting the child to bed, Lisa settled on the couch with the family's large golden retriever, flipping through channels. Then, the dog's ears perked up. Lisa glanced over. He was staring toward the staircase, his body stiff. Then he started growling. A low, guttural sound. Lisa sat up, suddenly uneasy. She muted the TV. The house was silent, but the dog remained tense, his gaze fixed on the dark hallway. Then she heard it. A soft creak. It came from upstairs. Lisa's stomach clenched. The baby was up there. Gripping her phone, she stood up. Step by step, she climbed the stairs, the dog following close behind. The hallway light was on, but everything else was dark. Then, she noticed it. The nursery door was open. Lisa knew she had closed it earlier. She stepped closer, pushing the door open just a little wider, ***, and stopped cold ***. There was a man standing over the crib. He was tall, his back to her, completely still. In the faint glow of the nightlight, she could see his long fingers gripping the crib's railing as he stared down at the sleeping child. Lisa's breath caught in her throat. The man suddenly turned his head, locking eyes with her. Then, ***, he moved ***. He sprinted for the window, threw it open, and jumped out. Lisa screamed. The police arrived within minutes. They found a ladder propped up outside the nursery window and muddy footprints leading inside. He had been watching the family for weeks, waiting for the perfect time to slip in. Then, the parents admitted something horrifying. For the past few weeks, they had been receiving strange phone calls late at night. Just breathing. And then, silence. They thought it was just a prank. The intruder? They never caught him. 4. The man in the attic ***. Claire had been living in her small apartment for almost a year when strange things started happening. At first, it was little things. She'd notice her food going missing, furniture slightly out of place, and doors she was sure she closed being left open. One night, after a long shift at work, Claire collapsed onto her bed, exhausted. As she lay there, half asleep, she heard it, ***, a faint creaking noise coming from above her, ***. Her apartment didn't have an attic. Her pulse quickened. She held her breath, listening. Then, ***, a soft dragging sound ***. Claire bolted upright. Something was moving above her ceiling. Heart pounding, she grabbed her phone and tiptoed out of her room. She dialed her best friend, whispering about what she was hearing. The friend urged her to leave, but Claire wanted to check first. She crept to the hallway, staring up at the ceiling panel that led to the crawlspace above. It was slightly ajar. Then, ***, it moved, ***. Claire turned and ran. She bolted out of the apartment and called the police. When they arrived, they pulled down the attic hatch, and found a filthy sleeping bag, empty food containers, and a knife. Someone had been living above her for months, watching her every move. The scariest part? The police never found him. 5. The vanishing hitchhiker ***. Mark was driving home late at night after visiting his parents. The road was empty, the only light coming from his headlights cutting through the darkness. Then, up ahead, he saw a figure standing by the side of the road. A woman. She was wearing a white dress, her hair long and dark. She lifted her hand in a slow wave. Something about her felt wrong. Still, Mark slowed down and rolled down his window. "Do you need a ride?" he asked. The woman nodded silently and got into the passenger seat. She didn't speak. She just sat there, hands in her lap, staring ahead. Mark felt uneasy, but he kept driving. After a few minutes, he decided to break the silence. "Where are you headed?" The woman turned her head slightly, looking at him with empty, hollow eyes. Then, she disappeared, 1 second she was there. The next. The seat was empty. Mark slammed the brakes, his heart hammering. He turned on the interior light, frantically checking the back seat, the road behind him, she was gone, Later, when he told his parents, their faces went pale. Years ago, a young woman had died in a car accident on that very road. Many drivers had reported seeing her hitchhiking, only for her to vanish into thin air once she got into the car. Mark had just given a ride to a ghost. 6. The Thing in the Closet When Daniel was 8 years old, he was terrified of his closet. Every night, as he lay in bed, he felt like something was watching him from behind the wooden doors. His parents told him it was just his imagination. But Daniel knew better. One night, he woke up to a sound, a soft, rhythmic breathing. He turned toward the closet. The door was slightly open. His stomach dropped. Then, the door creaked open wider, Daniel yanked the covers over his head, squeezing his eyes shut. He didn't sleep the rest of the night. In the morning, he told his parents again. Annoyed, his dad finally agreed to check the closet to prove there was nothing there. As he pushed aside the clothes, he froze. There, at the back of the closet, was a small crawlspace, one that had never been opened before. Inside, they found a dirty mattress, a few empty food cans, and a small knife. Someone had been living in Daniel's closet. They never found him. Which of these true horror stories creeped you out the most?